Good evening, fellow soldiers of the Killing Wall, my firing squad. Welcome to episode 23 of the Killing Wall. Now, how do I put this? Some of you are gonna probably notice this. Don't be alarmed. Every couple of months, I make this go away. It's so that this way it grows in fuller, healthier, thicker. And if anything, you can see whether or not how pissed or happy I am. So, Dizzy, thank you for reporting in. Richard, glad to see you reporting in. Troop Page, also glad to see you reporting in. Yeah, tonight we're gonna be hitting hipsters. Hipsters are on the poll. We got a number of charges. Oh, this file's thick. Thicker than my normal folders. Yeah. But first, as per our briefings, I want y'all to follow some orders. Okay? Kinko still needs some help. Make sure he doesn't have to worry about any fucking medical bills. His ass is getting back up. Buy one of the Kinko shirts. That's an order. It's considered standard issue. It's part of your uniform. Rock it out. Also, download Live 365. Check out Hellfire Radio. All our shit's awesome on there. I kid you not. You want to listen to some music? You want to listen to some kick-ass music? Check out Live 365. Check out our Twitch channel. Check out our YouTube channel over at Hellfire Radio. It's great. I have a YouTube channel that's a personal one where I upload all of my previous rants. As a matter of fact, you can even watch me live there. But I'd much rather you watch me here. Why? Because it helps out the radio station. And you can always check out the past episodes there because I do what I can to make sure that they get uploaded. So, Troop Daryl, glad to see you tuning in. Dizzy, as long as those tattoos are considered regulation, I'm happy. Skylar, well, thank you for noticing. Every once in a while, those of us that are actually mature enough to grow facial hair, by the way, you gotta shave it off so that it grows back thicker and healthier. Troop Mike, glad to see you tuning in. So, that being said, tonight, hipsters are on the poll, folks. So I want those fucking rifles locked, cocked, ready to rock. Center mass 2, head 1. That's all you need. If you want extra help, aim for the man bun. We're gonna get into that. So, getting a whole lot of folks. Well, believe it or not, there, Troop Skylar, my birthday was Friday. So glad to see another Virgo in the fucking squad. Mike, you'll get a field commission when I say you get a field commission. That being said, let's get into it. The charges against hipsters are as follows. Hipsters. Oh, thank you, Troop Page. Adjutant Amelia, why didn't you remind me? Secondary order. You are to share this with all the groups and the timelines that you can find. Share this broadcast. Share the briefing. Good. That simply means that I'll outlive you all. There, Troop Dizzy. Thank you for the smart assness. I dig it. Yeah, not bad. Also means you can't tell if I'm pissed. If I got facial hair. Now, you know I'm pissed. So, here are the charges on hipsters. Troop Gabby! Glad to hear it. You get a commendation. Glad to hear it. So, by the way, there's a show that comes on Mondays. They're the ones that inspired me to look for this kill order. I had this kill order filed, and I said to myself, I need to get this kill order. This kill order is not sponsored, but inspired by the show known as She Headbangs. I highly suggest you check it out. Kick-ass discussion on music. I like it. I watch it if I can. You should too. That's an order. Share the hell out of them out as well. Adjutant Amelia, put in the hashtag She Headbangs. So, there you go. Troop Timothy, you said it. That's the first charge. Charge number 1. Making skinny jeans a thing. Let me tell you something. If I could see the outline of your junk in your jeans, they're too tight. Too tight. Too tight. Not in regs. That's one. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing these fucks. Wear something your own fucking size. This is something that you want to what as a culture we've started to develop. Wearing shit too fucking small, too fucking big. Wear it to your size. Go to a fucking tailor. You know, experiment. Large, extra large, double extra large, triple extra large, or medium, maybe small. Any more than that, wear some padding. Skinny jeans don't deserve to be on any person. Okay? There shouldn't even be a such thing as skinny jeans. They're jeans. As a matter of fact, they're denim. And you remember back in the day, they used to call them dungarees. And they had rivets in them. Hell, they used to sell them when they had holes in them. Remember that shit? Troop Darian, thank you for reporting in. Share it to multiple places there, Troop Gabby. More than one. Only way it helps out the station. Keep my barracks full. So skinny jeans is one. Skinny jeans is one. Ripped skinny jeans. Do you see this shit, Adjutant Amelia? Do you see this shit? Mm-hmm. No. Okay. So that's charge 1, skinny jeans. Take note of that. Troop 2. Charge 2. I know I said troop, I meant charge. This is how pissed it gets me. It makes my fucking tongue tied. Charge number 2. The man bun. The man bun. Put your fucking hair down or cut it off. What the fuck? Seriously, are you trying to do? Explain this to me. I understand an appreciation for some forms of other cultures, but you want to know what? The man bun? Okay? No. Who are you trying to fucking impress? Who? You trying to tell us that you're in touch with your spiritual side? These are the same fucks that run yoga studios and then bang half the fucking students and call it a form of spiritual bonding. No, asshole. Guess the fuck what? You've been exposed. Lose the fucking man bun. Get in regs. Cut your fucking hair off or let it the fuck down. Fucking man bun. Troop Gabby, I'm telling you what it's about. It's to show a sense of being and wonder. These are the same fucks that call themselves vegan just so they could get into the pants of whatever animal rights activist that they have the hots for that fucking day. That's all they're fucking doing it for. I guarantee it. Because nobody ever said a man bun was attractive. Ever. Those are fucking simps and goddamn incels that do everything in their fucking power to do everything that they can to nail the angry feminist. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. All they're doing. They're going to an extreme measure. That's all it is. All it is. It serves no purpose. It's not aesthetically pleasing. It's not functional. Because guess what? Hair ties are a thing. Tie it the fuck back. That's it. You don't need to fucking put it in a goddamn bun. Plain and simple. Okay? You got a bowl cut and you're trying to fucking hide it? Tough fucking shit. Get a different haircut. They parody it. Okay? It's a goddamn stereotype now. A hairstyle has thus created a stereotype. You could completely and totally eliminate the skinny jeans, the attitude, the nostalgia, the generalized diet or the viewpoints when it comes to diet, thoughts on political agenda, aspects of spirituality. You could relieve all of those. You put the man bun on the head, insta hipster. And Troop Timothy, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with not banging girls. Okay? You want to know why I say that? Because I'm bisexual and pansexual. I'm both. I haven't had a male partner in quite a while, but it doesn't matter. Because what you feel is what you feel, what you lust for is what you lust for. That's it. No judgment there. Just as long as you contribute to society in one way or another. That's all I give a fuck about. Can you make life good? Great. Can you help out your fellow individual? Awesome. Can you do what you can to make the world a better place? You got my fucking vote. As far as like being an awesome individual, you can hold a rifle in my fucking squad. I ain't got no scare of you. Plain and simple. And if some of you have a problem with what I am, I guess is the best way to put it, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the ass on the way out, because I don't want butt prints on my door, unless I'm the one that put them there. Plain and simple. I got no ill will towards you if you got to roll. Everybody rolls their own way, however it is. So, that being said, man bun needs to go. That's charge 2. So far we got skinny jeans, we got man buns. What else do we have? Well, let's see. Their approach to nostalgia. Now, let me break this down, because this one's a complicated one. This one is a hard charge. Okay, this one legitimately, I had to take my lawyer brain and apply it. Because, you know what? There is some aspects where things were kind of cool back in the day, as opposed to how they are now. Things have gotten worse in regards to material and aesthetics. Things were kind of cool back in the day. Okay? But being of the impression that only because it's older, as far as like an original, that makes it better, it's fucking ridiculous. Hey, if the shade is good, the shade is good there, Troop Dizzy. Plain and simple. Whatever it is, I got no problem. All I care about is whether or not it's wet when you're holding your rifle. Nail polish is a bitch on steel, especially when you're trying to clean the fucking receiver. And you gotta be careful too, because it will fleck, especially on recoil. But yeah, I'll give you a good example here. All right? People that say that a band sounded better. Okay? That a band sounded better when it was independent. Now, this is what confuses me. You mean to tell me that we'll pitch out a band out there, let's say for instance Slipknot, kick-ass group, okay? You mean to tell me that their demo, which may have been recorded on an old tape recorder, somehow sounds better than Subliminal Messages CD? Really? Really? Or that somehow the band is worse, or a band is worse, just because they decided to get some form of corporate sponsorship. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some faults to it. But you want to know what? You also got some benefits. Better recording equipment. Better studio space. Sponsorships to allow a fucking band to feed themselves. And to do the one thing that every single person in this fucking chat would love to do. Make a living out of something that they love doing. An actual living. Not just scraping by, not living hand to mouth. Legit making a fucking living. That's my dream. Troop J, thank you for reporting in. But that's my dream. I would love to get the opportunity to sell out. That whole idea that a band is better if they don't is ridiculous to me. Because that's what most people do. They look to make a living out of something that they love doing. I love designing locking mechanisms. You do too, Troop Jeremy, and thank you for reporting in. Okay? By the way, vinyl doesn't always sound better than CD. Sorry, not sorry. Okay? Okay. I will much rather listen to the digitally remastered sounds of the Beatles than I would from an old record that was released around the same fucking time. Fuck that shit. Yes, I'm going after some music. Because let's face it, hipsters love expressing the one thing that is number 3. Charge number 4, though. Ooh. Charge 4. This one's a personality quirk. This one pisses me off. This one pisses me off a whole fucking lot. You want to know what charge 4 is? I'll tell you what charge 4 is. A feeling of superiority over all others just because of how they choose to exist. Let me tell you something, folks. Nobody is above anybody else. Sorry. Nobody is better than anyone else. Even the Rage Cheeto sitting in the fucking chair can get taken out with a bullet just as easily as any one of us. Take a lot of work. It enters the flesh the same fucking way. No one is better than anybody else. Mentality, that's a different animal. Lifestyle, definitely a different animal. But nobody is superior to anyone. We are all fucking kind of people that popped out of our mother's crotch fruit and all grew to be the shitheads that we are today. What we do when we're walking around, that's what makes us better. Troop Timothy, you put a point. But I wouldn't say they're egotistical. I'd say they're narcissistic. Different animal. Same phylum, though. Or whatever the fuck that whole kingdom order or whatever shit is. Okay? Because think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Okay? They believe that just because they do XYZ, they're better than somebody else that does ABC. But not only that, they're under the impression that because they think XYZ, they're better than ABC. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? It does. It sounds very familiar. I legit think, though, hipsters will die out eventually. It'll be some sort of weird genetic spinoff. Although, you want to know what? They keep reproducing. They do. They keep reproducing. I swear. I think their skinny genes are cutting off oxygen to their sperm. That's what it is. Yep. And the thing is that, Timothy, I have seen hipsters throughout the whole spectrum. Not just that one side. I've seen them all over. Seen them all over the spectrum. Not just one. I will say, though, okay? I will say that their thoughts of being better than everybody else, because they were doing something when it first started. I'm sorry, asshole. Guess what? I was listening to records and CDs and, oh, you want to go the extra fucking mile? I already spoke about pants there, Troop Gabby. But those aren't hipsters. Hipsters are skinny jeans. You want to talk about something? Okay. This will make me more superior than anybody else. I listened to the Cyndi Lauper singles when they were on mini cassettes, when that was a fucking thing. Does that make me better than your man bun wearing ass? I don't fucking think so, asshole. I don't. Does me being a wrestling fan back when Hulkamania was first starting make me any more of a wrestling fan than somebody today? No. But that's your fucking logic, isn't it? It's because I enjoy eating meat. Does that make me less of an individual than you that doesn't? In your opinion, it does. In your opinion, it does. But that's just your opinion. I know of a whole other group of people back in the 40s that had a completely similar opinion that you do. Troop Amelia, I want you to target Troop Page at some point. But let's go one step further. Oh, by the way, some of you troops that are just reporting in, you're under orders. Share the shit out of this to groups and timelines. This helps the station out. This helps me out. Just saying. Those are your orders. I'll know. Oh, that's troop 4. That's charge 4. Yeah. Charge 5. Charge 5. This one boils me a bit. They've turned weed culture into a stereotype. Okay? They've turned weed culture into a stereotype. Hemp everything. Natural fibers. You know, weed is good for one thing. Weed is good for smoking. Weed is good for eating. It's good for making somebody feel good. That's it. It's not meant for wearing. We're not living in the 19th century anymore. Hemp rope doesn't really serve any other fucking purpose. Anybody that tries to fucking say something different needs to get their fucking head examined. Quit trying to justify your need for weed. We want it. And we're getting it. Troop Will, I'm glad to see you reporting in. Actually, sorry. Lieutenant Will. Sir. Now here's the thing though. Hipsters. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're going down this rabbit hole. Okay. You see, not all people that drink IPAs are hipsters, but all hipsters drink IPAs. Not everybody that drinks weird coffee is a hipster, but all hipsters drink weird coffee. Okay? You get where I'm coming there? The whole square rectangle thing? Some of you know what I'm talking about? Not all supernatural creatures are vampires, but all vampires are supernatural creatures. There you go. Oh, Troop Page, you fucking hit it. You fucking hit it right there, okay? People that go for artisanal shit. Let me tell you about artisanal shit. Artisanal shit is just adding a zero at the end of the goddamn price or moving the fucking decimal to overcharge people for shit that was made in a back fucking kitchen out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and somehow they made it think it's superior. It's not superior. It's bullshit is what it fucking is, okay? Give me my goddamn cheese. Just regular fucking cheese. That's it. I don't need no artisanal wine. Just give me the fucking wine that was stomped by people in a fucking sweatshop. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Because guess what? That wine is going to taste just as goddamn good as anything else that'll come out of somebody's fucking personal farm. Okay? Hipsters are the kind of people that frequent fucking farmers markets under the impression that a tomato that was made there or sold there somehow tastes better than whatever it is sold in the supermarket. Let me fucking tell you something, okay? Supermarket is selling something that legitimately tastes good. That's why it's sold in a supermarket. Why? Because they know it'll make a fucking profit, as opposed to this bullshit that is sold out in the fucking air where flies and mosquitoes and God knows what else can fucking get to it, and somehow think that just because they didn't fucking wash it enough, somehow it makes it more natural. Let me tell you something about natural and organic, okay? Natural and organic is what feeds a hipster, okay? And let me tell you something. If you ever want to get rid of a fucking hipster, all you gotta fucking do is ban organic and ban the fucking all natural bullshit, because guess what? They will fucking shrivel up and die like closing the fucking country kitchen buffet at 5 a.m. and making sure that no old people can actually go there at 5 a.m. at fucking dawn, okay? Because guess what? Hipsters thrive on natural and organic. You want to be able to make sure that you get rid of hipsters and make sure that they fucking all starve to death? Here's what you do. You get rid of every single goddamn Whole Foods that was ever released in the United States. That's how you solve the problem. That's what I want you to do. I want you all to get pissed. Man, oh fucking man. Hipsters are the fucks that made having an 8 o'clock shadow a good fucking thing. shave or shape that shit up. People like to think that Shaggy is the stoner. He's not the stoner. He's the hipster. Okay? Think about it. He's that fuck that just rolled out of bed. Only grows facial hair in small patches. Throws his hair up. Or in an ironic bowl cut. Wears bell bottoms because he feels that that's the only fucking thing a person should wear. As jeans. And only ever wants to fucking binge. That's a hipster, folks. That's a hipster. Right to the pole. Two to the chest, one to the head. That's it. That's charge 7. The facial hair. Facial hair part, it really means a lot to me. Because, you know, that's central grooming. Hipsters are the schmucks. They like to call themselves woke. And they think they're better than everybody because they're woke. This is my final word on hipsters before we go to our lovely little Q&A portion of the show. Wokeness should be a given. Should be a given. Civilizations evolve. People change viewpoints. Societies grow and modify with the dynamics. There's bound to be toxic branch-offs. That's a given. It's understandable. No one section is 100% right. I'm sorry. Nobody is 100% right, ever. I don't care how much of a fanatic you are. Everybody has something wrong with them. Every viewpoint has one or two fucking smudges that if it becomes the focus, is all a person will see. This is why you don't judge a person by who they agree with. You don't judge a person by who they sleep with. You don't judge a person by what they choose to wear. What you do, judge a person based on the merit of their actions. Hipsters seriously need to step it the fuck up. Because all hipsters will do, all they'll do, is complain. That's all a hipster loves to do. They like to complain and speak about how much better they are than everybody else. They're the schmuck that thinks that an acoustic version of Enter Sandman is better than the studio version. They're the pricks that refuse to buy a CD because they think the corporations are the problem. You want to know what hipsters are? Hipster is an evolution of the hippie, the college hippie. That's what they are. That's what they are. They just branched out. And don't get me wrong. There are good points. There are. But in all honesty, all truth here, they sit on their asses and wait for society to fix itself. That's the mentality. I think that anything that comes from a manufacturer of more than 2 people in a fucking basement They believe that two people in a basement make far quality product than a mass manufacturer. I'm sorry. There's a reason why a mass manufacturer becomes a mass manufacturer. Otherwise, you're saying Apple should have never left its garage and Wozniak and Jobs should have been the only two people making it. Where would society be now? Steve Jobs was the ultimate hipster. Because guess what? Hipsters are a subgroup of people that I can't fucking stand. And it's fucking hypocrites. They're happy to buy and wear the mass-produced clothing that makes them out to be hipsters. They're more than thrilled to buy food from a chain grocery store that has the word organic slapped into it. They're thrilled to buy vinyl, but completely and totally neglect to remember that the studios that pressed that vinyl still benefit from their purchases. Too many people have been victims of these fucks. Too many. A hipster needs to go away. We all hold on to nostalgia. We all do. Because it was a time we're familiar with. It's something that we take a look at and we say to ourselves, you know what? I remember the good things of something. Because unfortunately, and this is legitimately a psychological phenomenon, we have a tendency to idolize times that we could reflect on and look back in hindsight and ignore the issues of the day. I'll give you a good example. I'm a fan of the 80s. I'm a very big fan of the 80s. But at the same time, I have an issue with a lot of the things that happened during the 80s. I'm not a fan of how gay men were treated, how they were blamed for the AIDS crisis. I have a big problem with that. I have a problem with how in the 80s the economy was truly fucked. It was a let the future generations handle it. I have a big problem with that. I wasn't a fan of the domestic spying that was going on. I'm not a fan of a lot of the problems that we had in the 80s. Really, I'm not. I'm not a fan of remembering the days when we legitimately had threat of nuclear war 24/7 until 1989. I don't idolize a past time. I remember it fondly. But I wouldn't change this year for any year in my past. And I know that's a hot take and a fucking half. How can somebody say they like 2020 better than 2019 or 18? Or possibly could like 2021 better? I'll tell you. Because 2020 is another year that I'm still here. New experiences. That uncertainty is what drives a person to want to be better. That's the lesson I want to impart to all of you, at least tonight, is that no matter how bad things are, tomorrow can be a better day. The only way it can be is if you stop looking behind you, keep looking forward. Recognize that on your path to life, and I'm going to sound fucking hipstery when I say this shit, so forgive me. But recognize that on your path in life, there's going to be some rocks that you're going to have to step over. And there are going to be a few that you're going to trip over. It happens. It happens to the best of us, regardless of how fucking vigilant we are. When we look ahead, we're going to fall. But it's up to us to get up, dust ourselves off, and keep walking. Because that's the only way that life will improve for anyone. I can't think of a single individual that would want to be in the exact same situation that they were in the past. Yes, there's a whole lot of good things, but I guarantee you there was some sense of dissatisfaction beforehand. To have that hope for things to get better, man, that's intoxicating as fuck. That's the best drug a person could be on. Hope. Now, me, I'm not a pessimist. I'm not. I'm a realist. You know, I take a look at the situation, I see it for what it is objectively, and then I make my assessment as such. And if it's a problem, I'll do what I can to improve it, or don't let it affect me. Unless it's something that directly influences me, I could give two fucking shits. And I mean directly influences me. As in, it prevents me from waking up in the morning. As in, it legitimately takes the money out of my pocket and puts it elsewhere. Not intrinsically or taxes or anything like that. That's a given. You know, do they suck? Yeah, but that's a given. Indeed, their troop Angelina. You see, there's an interesting metaphor I use when it comes to life. I call it the path. All right, and it fits. Okay, we're all walking, and the whole stone metaphor and tripping, that still applies. But here's one thing else: never compare your life to anyone else's, ever. Okay? Ever. And the reason why is this. If you're too busy looking to your left and your right or behind you, you're not going to see the wall that's coming in front of you. And it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to avoid those rocks that are in front of you too. Always look forward. Be mindful of what's on either side of you. And remember what was behind you. Don't forget the path that you've walked. But always keep looking forward. Always be mindful of what's ahead. Because that's the only way you're going to get over some of those rocks. And avoid tripping. You know, a lot of us have trouble letting go of the past. You know, myself included. I take a look at past aspects of my life and I have so much fucking trouble letting go. And it's mostly because I have to remember. Issues with my memory force me to have to remember and go over things left and right. And my associative memory just keeps triggering one thing after the fucking other. And I have to keep reliving memories because otherwise they will disappear on me. But I know there are people out there that do not have to suffer through that. So don't hang on to the past. You know, it sucks when you really can't let go. And if you're looking at somebody else's life and you're saying they have a better life than I do or whatever, I guarantee you, the thing is that the rocks that they stumbled over are on a completely different path than yours. Okay? No one path is the exact same. No one's. And the thing is that guess what? They could have rocks that they're stumbling over right now. They might have rocks in their boots. You don't even see them. Some of them might be a hell of a lot more uncomfortable in the weather on the path that they're walking. And you might be, this is fucking great. Think about it. How many people do you know are fucking freezing when you're perfectly temperate? Or fucking sweating their balls off while you're like, hey, man, the weather's fine. You never know how somebody else is feeling. You never know what somebody else has gone through or what they're going through or what they're going to be going through. Comparing yourself to somebody else, it's asinine because your path is yours and yours alone. Walk it. And walk it carefully. Because there are a lot of fucking rocks, man. Somebody needs to seriously clean it up. And it's up to us as individuals to clean up the paths of the person beside you and maybe even your own. Because you never know. Because at one point, a path might diverge into yours. And then you get to walk together. Sometimes as two. Sometimes as a group. You know, paths consistently merge. You never know. And anybody that tells you that they know, they are also selling bridges. Always, always keep that in mind. Hipsters live with their heads on backwards. And when they aren't on backwards, they like talking about the path they've already walked. They're the braggarts. Don't be one of those. I did X, Y, and Z before X, Y, and Z was cool. I'm sorry, is that supposed to make you cooler than me? Am I supposed to look at you in awe? You know, that's somebody talking about how they walked a path before anybody else. And how is that going to make my path cleaner? It really isn't. Will it make you want to walk their path? Not really. I'm pretty damn sure nobody wants to walk anybody else's life. They'd much rather walk theirs or make theirs similar to what someone else's is. The best part about a path, though, is that it's yours. Nobody can walk your path for you. Only you can. And that's something you can own. That's something that you can legitimately say no one can take from you. It's yours. And whether you choose to ignore the stones, avoid them, brush them out of the way, that's on you. Hipsters love to say somebody else is throwing a rock in their path, but not even bother to try to avoid it. Other times, they love to point at other people's paths and say, that's a rock, that's a rock, that's a rock. And then not even bother seeing the rocks that are right in front of them. The most hilarious thing is watching them slam right into a fucking wall and wonder why. That's the funny part. Troop Page, you got a good point. Troop Angelina, you also got a good point. It's your path. I want you to walk it, you to live it, you to be it. My path is with this station right now. I hope to be with it for a very long time. The only thing I can hope is that no rocks get thrown in the way. And if they do, I'll try and stumble over them. Or avoid them altogether. Hell, I might leapfrog the son of a bitch. All got struggles. All got rocks. And Dizzy, that's a good mentality to have. If somebody puts a rock in your path, you've got dynamite. Good. Here's the problem with that, though. Proportional response. Standard military response. If it's a small stone, kick it out of the fucking way. The only time you should ever use dynamite, if it's a mountain. Sometimes you can blast your way through a mountain. Troop Gabby. Yeah, you see, the thing is that, again, paths merge, paths evolve. The easy way, yeah, you'll get to a goal. May not be the goal you want, because the goal is always the hardest one. Nothing in life that is ever worth having ever came without some effort and some work. Taking the hard way on purpose, though, this is why it's good, as Dizzy said, have some dynamite. Maybe blast a path through the mountain. Requires a different type of work. There's always an easier way to do something, but does require the same amount of effort. It's whether or not you make that effort worth your time. And Angelina, while I could certainly say that, yeah, people that throw rocks have a tendency to be dodging some of their own, the thing is that they're also getting hit by a lot of them. That's the thing. You know, if I told you guys what I was doing last year, you know, completely different path. 2 years ago, even. I would have never thought I'd be doing this. I would never thought I'd be talking to any of you. I never thought I'd be where I'm at 2 years ago. $38 years old, newly. Can't even remember what the hell I did. And every thought, choice, decision, interaction, communication, effort, either A, builds the path, or B, deviates it. That's what makes the path yours. It makes it unique. No one playthrough is the same way, ever. Anybody got any questions for me? Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, cash payments? And if you really want to talk about cash payments, I've got a PayPal link if you want to support me, support the show. It's right here. There you go. It helps me out. I've got some merch for sale. $20 will get you a membership card to the Killing Wall. Official membership. $30 will get you a written physical copy of a kill order of whatever particular subject it is that I've ranted about, or one that I have not. I might actually use it. $100 will get you, personalized, glossed, freaking autographed 8x10. I will get one done just for you. It'll be one of a kind. And $250 will get you one of the pieces of teeth that have a tendency to fall out of me. It's more of a joke, but hey. What do I think of face tattoos? I think that if they are meaningful to you, have at it. Honestly. I know some people that have some. I know some people that look at them and they're like, why? I do know that you have to approach facial tattoos the same way as you approach anything else in life. You got to wonder, how is it going to make your path better or worse? Is having a facial tattoo going to add rocks to your path or clear them away? Are they going to make the rocks different? Because everything makes a rock either traversable or one that you need to avoid. And in all honesty, I'll be genuine with you. I think that would add more rocks to your path than eliminate. But that really depends on you and what it is that you're doing. You know, if you're like independent, independently wealthy or anything, then, I'm pretty sure a cross tattoo on your face isn't really going to affect you much. Well, if you're looking to get like a corporate job or something that pays a salary, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty damn sure they're either A, going to tell you figure out some sort of way to cover it up, or B, basically tell you, sorry, Charlie, we'll rather pick somebody that doesn't have one because we don't want potential clients and customers or whatever to get intimidated by what the hell they're seeing. Unfortunately, a lot of people get thrown off by that. It's one of the reasons, unfortunately, that I didn't have my fangs in 24/7, because I would if I could, in a heartbeat. But, I commend you on doing it if that's what you wanted to do. True, Gabby, you say that things always happen for a reason. None of you know why. No one ever seems to know why, but at times the answer is right in front of you. This is true. And yeah, it doesn't change what's inside of a person. It really doesn't. It's decoration. Unfortunately, the thing is, there are going to be people that interact with you based upon that. It's a prejudgment, but it's a built-in prejudgment that has a built-in reaction to it, unfortunately. If it's me, I see that and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Sure. I see somebody like that, I'm like, okay, that's somebody that had enough of an open mind to get that. And to be honest with you, depending on where the hell it is, I'm going to be like, damn, that must have fucking hurt. But kudos to the person. But if they're an asshole, and do really shitty things, that doesn't make me like them anymore or less. I mean, it doesn't modify how much I enjoy their existence within mine. If anything, I'm probably going to do what I can to have my path divert from somebody that I don't appreciate or respect. Because respect, when it comes from me, it's mostly because of a person that has actually done something with themselves. That's what gives me respect. This is why there are people that I could consider an enemy if I was petty about it. But I have to respect an individual on their merit. There are people that have, within my circles, started conventions. I may disagree with an individual in their own personal politics in one way or the other, as well as their own viewpoints and who it is that they like to interact with or not. But at the same time, I got to respect them for doing that. Regardless of how I feel about what they've done, the fact that they actually did something, you get my thumbs up. It's just my nature to always respect a person's merit. I like to know, so what have you done? What is it about you that makes me want to have my path either close to yours, diverge with yours, or diverge the fuck away from yours? What have you done to make me respect you? And if you don't have my respect, that's no skin off of your back. And it's no skin off of mine. It just means whether or not I will like to have my path interact with yours. And that's understandable, Angelina. The thing is that if you share, you share. If you don't, you don't. I would much rather you did. Share when it's your time to be able to. I'm pretty sure you're in London, ain't you? You're over in England. Merry old Brits. Help. You guys want to see something that might change your thoughts on me? I'll show you real quick. About 15 seconds. All right. This will throw people off. Troop Kim, glad to see you reporting in. Here's something that'll throw some of you off. Believe it or not. This will kind of show you the level of dedication I kind of have here whenever I'm yammering with you folks. Because guess what? I kind of need these to be able to see your comments without any difficulty. I don't look like me now, do I? These throw people off. I have trouble reading all the comments, but I'm willing to do it. Troop Dizzy, if you speak in short speak again, I'm going to demote you. I know he's high. I don't give a fuck. See me, I have astigmatism. Unfortunately. I usually have to force myself to focus my eyesight to be able to actually see what the hell is on the screen. It's a pain in the ass. Essentially, it's like trying to cross your eyes without crossing your eyes. After this cigarette, I'm going to be calling it a night, folks. But if you got any questions or whatever, if you feel like donating to the Killing Wall, there's the PayPal link right there. PayPal.me/into the shadows. No spaces. It's the link that you see scrolling down there. All right? Even if it's a small donation, it's always appreciated. And I know times are hard, so you don't have to donate, but it helps keep me going. You know what? I'll tell you this. Maybe I'll add one more donation tier. You know? Like, what do you think? $100? Get an individual on the show? Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Angelina. That's appreciated. By the way, who knows? $100, I'll get you on the show. We'll do a nice little interview and we'll rant something together. I could use the money. Come up with a kill order. We'll tackle it. You get to banter with the ranter. All right, folks. Troop Dizzy. Adjutant Amelia is indispensable. They're the one that kind of keep me on track. So, who knows? Maybe one time I'll have Adjutant Amelia on, and specifically we'll tag team a topic. Troop Gabby, you hit the rack. You are hereby dismissed. You want to know what? You're all dismissed. So, on that note, every last one of you hit your rack. It is lights out. And remember, be excellent to one another. Don't throw rocks into other people's paths. Stay frosty. Whatever you do, don't be a fucking hipster, for fuck's sake. That will seriously piss me the fuck off. Have a good night. Stay pissed. Thank you so much, Angelina, for that. And you want to know what? Check out Hellfire Radio for more awesome shows throughout the day. I highly recommend a ton of them. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on hellfireradio.com. We're on Live 365 and on YouTube. So y'all take it easy. And you are hereby dis-fucking-missed.